Hey, how you guys doing? So as we know, 2020 was a pretty good year for Love Live. And now that we are past 2020 and we're into 2021, we have a lot of great content that is expected to come for Love Live. So I decided I want to put together my wish list for 2021 for the Love Live franchise. And when I say a wish list, these are things of course I do wish to happen, but I do want to make sure that I limit myself to things that I think that are reasonable. Kind of like for like a wish list for you give to Santa. You're not going to say like I want a jet plane or something like that. You want to keep it relatively reasonable so you could hopefully at least get that thing done for your wish list. So I'm going to accumulate 10 things that I think that are possible for to happen, but also things that I want. So these are not necessarily things I want the most. Like I could say, oh, I want 100 Ultras given out for free in All-Stars. Yeah, I want that more than some other stuff, but that's not going to happen. So here are 10 things that I hope will happen into 2021. At the end of 2021, we can go and visit this list again to see how many of these things actually happen. These are not predictions per se, but these are just things that I would like to see. So let's go ahead. The first thing I have for my wish list. First thing, I finally want the Mia Lanju conflict to be finally resolved. And hopefully after that they join the group. They'll be available in All-Stars as characters you couldn't use. And potentially get a subunit formation with Shiriko, because I do think Shiriko needs more stuff, as she's all like she was forgotten in All-Stars, to be honest. She got her first 3 cards. She finally got 1 festival card, so she has 4 cards now. But now she only had 1 solo song, and that's been it for quite some time. And of course she's not in the anime, and these girls aren't in the anime, but maybe that'll change for the future. But for my hope is that we'll finally get this conflict resolved in 2021. There's plenty of time for that to happen, and I would like to see him be part of the group. The second thing I want is, well, more Nijigaku solo songs. This is just a recurring thing. They always tend to have a set for every year. In 2018 we had Tokimeki Runners, in 2019 we had Love You My Friends, and in 2020 we had the Just Believe, as well as the anime solo songs. So I would like to see a solo song for the girls once again, because of course I enjoy seeing a lot of their solo songs. But I also want Shiriko, Mia, and Lanshu to get a second solo song. They already have their MVs, I'm still, and Queendom, but I want to see another solo song maybe after they join the group, as of course I want to see these girls get some love and make sure that they are treated as full-fledged members eventually into 2021. Number 3, I want All-Stars to be able to add Liella, because I do want to see these girls be supported fully. And if they are feeling ambitious, I would also like to see Saint Snow be added. I would say it is, but I just don't think that's reasonable. So Liella, maybe Saint Snow if they're feeling ambitious, and just to be able to have a few cards for those girls, and so we have some of the MVs that we can have and dance into the game. That would be really great to see him support so many girls in this game. Next up, the Liella anime. We don't know when this is happening, we just know it's confirmed. But I would like to see the Liella anime come out this year for Love Live Superstar. Now we guess when that could happen. 2021 does seem like a relatively reasonable guess, but we'll have to wait. But fall 2021 seems relatively reasonable. I can't wait to see these girls. We will get to see them animated in the first PV that they have, which is on April 7th. So it's going to be great to be able to see that. But I also want to see these girls get animated, and that's when we really see some true growth amongst the fandom. Next, we of course have the impending announcement for Season 2 Nijigaku. Technically this is not confirmed, but I would say this is extremely likely. Now, when could this happen? This might be announced probably after the third life for Nijigaku. That seems like a relatively reasonable time for them to announce the anime, when the second season will happen. Now the question is it going to happen this year? I don't know. It might just take them a year between seasons before they start, so we could potentially see it fall or winter of 2021, or I guess it would be technically winter 22 season. But that's around when. Now the question is if that's going to line up with the Love Live Superstar anime. I don't think they wouldn't line it up, and potentially I think they might push back Nijigaku a little bit more just so they can have Liella first, because maybe that's been in the works longer. So just for 2021, I at least want to know when this anime is coming, but if it's going to happen in 2021, that's going to be even better. Next thing, I would like to see the second single and PV for Liella. I do want to see more than just one PV for a year, because I want to see these girls start to really get their songs rolling out and starting to build a fandom earlier rather than later. I don't want them to take as long as it did for Nijigaku, although Nijigaku had to do a solo song for each girl, which explains why it took a lot longer. It took a while for that group to start really get rolling, so a lot of people just think, Nijigaku is still a pretty new group, which it's not the case. So I would like to see them to really get rolling, see a second PV, get some more unique songs, and get to really sample these girls. Now the first single is going to have 4 songs, if you consider there's 2 different versions. But that's already a good start, but I would like to see a second PV and then probably the start of the anime after that. Next thing, I wanted to see another Muse song. It's when they do or releases, they probably might just do 2. But a song for You in 2020 was relatively surprising to see, but it was a really great thing to see. I really did enjoy that a lot, and I thought this was a great experience. And to just see a lot of people, for them to be able to see Muse again, animated, and to hear their voices again, was just such a great experience. And if they were able to keep that up, that would be really great. Aqua is still rolling, so I don't need to say that because I know they're going to continue releasing songs for a little while at least. But to see Muse again would be very wonderful. Next up is another Saint So single. I hope that it was just not just a one-off where they just got 1 single and 1 PV. This doesn't have to be a frequent thing. But I do like seeing Saint Snow getting supported because Arise never got that. And to see Saint Snow be able to continue to get more and potentially get added to All Stars game shows that they're willing to support the rival group and not just be something that's, oh, they're just there, which unfortunately happened to Arise. The next thing I put is solo collections. Now for solo collections, we already had 3 collections for Muse, and we're rolling through the first one for Aqua. So it's definitely have some already, but I'm looking forward to having more. And potentially for Nijigaku. So let's just go over. So for Muse, we don't really have that many songs left, but I went and checked every single one. So for Muse, there is the Guided Fate Paradox, the Kakume Desune Kasumi-sama, which is the only group song that was for the Guided Fate Paradox. That's not going to get a solo collection, let's be honest. But I guess I might as well mention it. Beyond that, there is Endless Parade. There's Karamata no Love Life. That's probably not going to get a solo song. That was that song that they sang in the anime when at the start of season 2. But I don't think that really needs one. Then there's Dreaming Go Go. There's the movie promo songs. We have the Museum de Doshitai, Otohime Heart de Love Kyuden, and Saita de Psycho Paraiso. So that's for each subunit, so they could do that. And of course, we have a song for Yu and Nate Shimata. So about 5 songs that would make a really small solo collection. So kind of understandable if they don't do it. And there's not a whole lot of releases, so this is not necessarily that important for them to get it. But they could if they want to. But I don't know if they're going to do it. For Aqua, of course, we have a lot. Just, anything that's not in the first solo collection. But we need opening songs, we need the ending songs, we need subunit songs, we need anime songs. It's definitely room for Soul Collection 2 and 3. I think they should prioritize opening, ending songs, and subunit songs, and anime songs. And they could add a few of the favorites, which they kind of already hit. But there are so many songs that they could hit for Soul Collections. I just wish they were faster to release, instead of waiting for their birthday releases, because that's really, really slow. And then for Nijigaku, they can, of course. I would love for the solo idol group to be able to sing the group songs by themselves. Yes, there is only a handful of songs they would do. There's Tokimeki Runners, Loving My Friends, Midai Harmony, Just Believe, Nijiro Passions, Neo Sky Neo Map, Senzuku Dreamer, Sweet Eyes, Yume ga Koko Kara Hajimayo. So those, which is a decent amount, but of course, they don't have that many group songs, so it's probably going to take a while if they are going to do a solo collection, or they could do a smaller one. My question is, though, how is this going to work with Shioriko and future members? Is Shioriko going to go back and sing Love You My Friends, Midai Harmony, Nijiro Passions, Neo Sky Neo Map? Because she wasn't actually ever part of those. So I guess if they were to do a solo collection, Shioriko or potentially me and Lanju, are they just going to get less solo songs? Maybe. It kind of would be odd if they went back and sang songs that they didn't do. Shioriko was part of Tokimeki Runners Chapter 17, so I guess she could sing Tokimeki Runners. But I don't know. And then I guess Liella, it's way too early for that, so no, not 2021. So songs would be cool, but I still think it's way too early. And then for Saint Snow, I guess if they're feeling ambitious, they could. And it's only 2 girls, so it's a lot easier to do solo collections if they want to do it for, I don't know, what, 7 or so songs that they have. So they could do that, but I just don't imagine that would happen. But again, if they're feeling ambitious and they really want to support Saint Snow, that would be great. And the last thing that I had on my list is a special live version of the song for all groups singing songs. And the one in particular, Sunny Day song, this was because was it Yoshiko Seiyu said she would like to be able to have a Sunny Day song where Muse sang it and Aqua sang it. And I guess we can throw in Nijigaku in there if you wanted, because that was a celebration of all school idols. So to have all the idols in Love Live singing that song would be something really special. And that's something they could do for potentially an All-Stars, where they had just all the idols performing in there and singing it. So having a kind of a special version of that song would be great. I don't know if that necessarily had to be in actual live, but that would be something very special to see. And who knows if that will happen or not. But I just think that was a great idea, and I would be really happy to see that being implemented somehow. So let me know what you guys think about this wish list. What do you think that I'm missing? What are you wanting to be added to the Love Live franchise this year? Are there some ideas you think that would be great and reasonable for them to do? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching, and hope to catch you guys in another video soon.